So we're going to whiz through this. We've just had a fantastic video there put on by Chris. It's absolutely brilliant how we can share these training sessions with people and put on the updated videos and things like that. But tonight we're going to talk about tracking. Okay, why should we track, how to track, and what we will gain from tracking. It's very important to track, first of all, your catalogues, and to make sure that you're getting enough income, cash in your pocket every week to support your living, your lifestyle, and also fund your extra books. I know the company actually give you extra books to start with in your first 16 weeks, which is absolutely fantastic. It's better than ever it has been before. We've never had so many books given to us by the company. Well, that's for new starters, by the way, not us in general. That's for your first 16 weeks in business. So do actually count and track the amount of books that you put out and bring back in again. As you can see from these plans here, a 200 by 200 plan, retail plan, if you're putting 200 books out twice a week, it comes to 400 books. And if you don't keep them topped up to 400, you can see in the right hand diagram, when you collect the books in, you've got 374 books coming back in. Your retail's gone down to £173, and you've only got 281 books going back out again. So every time you collect them back in, your books are going down and down and down. So it really is important that you top up. Now, it might not be that you're losing all these books, but you will maybe get a few more back in the next day, the next day after that, the following few days, a week later you might get some more back. So every time you go out, you'll get half the amount of lost books back. Okay, so it is important that you invest in a top-up box to keep that number, or magic number, 200 catalogues going out twice a week. That's why we call it the 200 by 200 plan, to make sure that you're putting out 200 books. Now that is all about tracking your books. Okay, we planned to put that many books out, but you need to keep track of your books. You need to keep good records and track where your books are going and how you're getting them back again, and track all the time. Make sure that you're going back for those books. Don't miss out on any bonus levels by missing out on counting and tracking. Okay, it really is important. Okay, make sure I click the right one. We don't want to go through an automatic slide presentation. What we need to do here, guys, is when you set a goal, say to retail £1,000 in the 4-week period, then you need to do some backward planning. Obviously you can work out how many weeks you've got, how many times in the week your books can go out, and you can actually track how many books are going to go out each time during that 1 week. But first of all, you need to be writing it down. Okay, so by a certain date, so you always need to date your goal. Otherwise, a goal without a date is just a dream or a wish. Okay, by a certain date, I will have achieved your prime objective, which would be to retail £1,000 worth of orders, let's say, or earn £270. And prior to that, you will need to have done so much by a certain date. So the milestone is, each week you will need to place an order for £250. So you need to write down what you need to accomplish each week, and to enable you to reach that milestone, you will need to drop so many hundred catalogues. So you're just writing it all down and planning back from your goal, which would be £1,000 worth of orders, £270 of income, and you need so many catalogues to put out and back in again. So 200 catalogues twice a week would be ample to smash through that target. But make sure that you write it down. Writing it down is a commitment to yourself. Okay. So we've got goals that we want to achieve by putting them on a goal board. We want to make sure that we are achieving those goals, and we need to be tracking the numbers. Okay, so here we have a 90-day plan. Make sure that you are filling this in for 90 days, and then when you get to the end of it, do another 90 days. Okay, and it really makes a difference when you actually start planning, because you can see where you can step up. If you don't put anything down on the paper, how do you know when you're falling a little bit short of your goal, your targets that you need to put down? And volume next to the clock on the bottom right, okay, it's not for me then. So make sure that you are actually putting it down on this 90-day plan and tracker, and following all those instructions there on these. I can't actually see what they are on here at the minute, but principally you need to be following as many of those as you can and putting them down, okay, and doing it on a little bit, chipping away there, daily basis. If you get 21 days to form a habit, basically. So if you do little and often every day, and it'll become a habit, okay, that's what you need to do. But make sure that you're tracking it not just on a daily basis, but on a week-to-week basis, and that forms your 4-week period. Okay, this is just giving you some sort of guidelines if you've more or less exhausted all your warm market, and you're onto the activity tracker. We need to track quite a few things. We need to track your activity. You need to track the calls coming in, your responses coming in from your activity. You need to track the packs going out either by email, and then following up with the videos and your phone calls. You need to track your phone calls, and you're tracking your clicks that are in your contact manager. You'll have a little box there that'll say filter, and you can filter out anybody who's actually clicked and looked at a video. Okay, so looking at the contact manager, when you are filtering and sorting out people that are taking action and reading your emails that you send out, you will find that they will read the emails and maybe click on a video or click on a website, and or click on a document download to see some photocopies of checks and testimonials. You'll be able to see what they've actually looked at. Now, do make sure that people have Adobe Flash Player on their computer when you speak to them on your follow-up calls. Don't just assume that the emails haven't arrived. They might be in the junk box, or they might be in the spam filter. So make sure when you talk to people that all these points are taken into consideration. Okay, it's just a little bit of a tip there when you're doing your follow-up calls. So guys, you're writing it down, you're planning it, you're filling in these little boxes for every day of the week, just chipping away there, okay? And it'll all compound up. It's all about compound effect, because when you are doing it on a daily basis, you get into a habit of doing it, and it doesn't feel like you're doing a lot, okay? This is just one little example. This is somebody who wants to go gold very, very quickly within a 3 to 6 month period. And this is sort of activity that they're doing on a daily basis. They're putting out 200 flyers, 200 cards, doing 10 hot pockets. They're doing as many shop ads as they can. There's 2+ there, but as many shop ads, free shop ads as they can. Information packs going out on a daily basis. They need 10 going out on a daily basis. So this is covering 50+ packs per week, okay? Now that could be actually emails that are going out per week, and in fact you could actually up that target as well if it's emails that are going out as well. So the most important thing on this chart here is actually the next step, doing the follow-up calls. You have to speak to people, okay? They might not understand what information they've got in front of them. They might not be able to watch all the video. It might keep crashing. It might take ages to load. You know, you've got loads of different scenarios and reasons why they might not be able to view the information. Don't be frightened, guys. Get the information pack in the post with a stamp, and a DVD in the post as well. Get the information to the people that want it, yeah? And the people that ring you back or text you or email you back and contact you are the people who are taking action and they're keen. You want people that are going to act quickly, okay? DVDs going out, yeah, track them as well. Even though you've got emails going out with videos in, you need to track the amount of DVDs that you're actually posting out as well. Contacting people on your contact list, your warm market, or people that you actually know, maybe old work colleagues, something like that. So contact list, be constantly updating your contact list so that you've got lots of people to go at. 3 foot rule, yeah, anybody comes within 3 feet of you, always be giving them business cards, okay? And there you go, you have how many catalogues in and out as well on that sheet. So that's a fantastic tracker there, guys, and anybody can access one of these from the team support website. So that's superstarsteam.info. okay. A few questions here for you. Have you got the required number of inquiries coming in? Have you got the required amount of people joining? Have you got enough packs going out or emails going out? Keep the funnel topped up. Basically, what you're doing is creating a funnel. If you can imagine a funnel, it's wide at the top. You need to have loads and loads of inquiries coming into that funnel, more than you can cope with, okay? So you don't have to worry about what they say. You don't worry about the ones that say, no, I'm not interested. The little SW, next, SW, waiting is some will, some won't, so what, next, someone's waiting to join your business, okay? So, some will, some won't, so what, next? A 90-day plan of action is really important and keeps you focused. So get excited about this business, okay, and support your people. When they come into the business, it's important that you look after them. Really important that you look after your people. And all you're doing is showing them what you've been shown and what you've just done. So tracking your follow-up calls is really important. Making sure that you're tracking them on a daily basis. You need the total of calls that you've done. And you also need to do a strike system. Okay, how many calls you've made, how many people you speak to, how many information packs you've sent out, how many follow-ups with the emails that you've done. You need to just follow up and strike how many DVDs you've sent, whether that's in an email form or whether it's actually posted out. So do both, okay, track both. How many people you have a one-to-one appointment. That could be face-to-face if they're local or within an hour's driving distance, or it could be on a Skype call where you can share your screen, okay? How many sign-ups have you done, right? Okay, so track all those on a daily basis and you won't go far wrong. Making sure that if you're not getting the sign-ups and the people in, then we need to look at readjusting what you're actually saying, okay? So that's important. So adjusting what we're actually saying, okay? Don't know whether that's the last slide. It's not giving me a next slide. 8 of 8. Yeah, okay then, guys. Well, that's the last slide, okay? So basically, just to recap on that, you need your goals on your goal board. You need your reasons why. You need to make a plan. And you need to make sure that you're tracking it. And that's what this webinar has been all about, is tracking it. Tracking the numbers, tracking the activity, tracking the emails going out, the packs going out, tracking the calls that you do, tracking the leads that are coming in, and basically tracking the amount of people that are actually clicking on your link, the amount of people that can actually open your emails, and tracking the calls that you actually make, how many calls you speak to. It really is important, okay? Principle of tracking your team as well, okay? Make sure that your team are filling in the tracker form when a new agent starts, so we know exactly what they want from the business and what their hobbies are, their interests are, and a few things like where you're up to with their initiation training, their induction training, so that you can move forward with them and not always covering the same ground. All right, it's important that you track everything all the time and keep focused, keep organized, and you won't have the chaos. I'd just like to say it's fantastic to have so many people on the webinar tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're all looking forward and very, very excited about the Robin Ray Success Seminar on Sunday. Okay, it's going to be fantastic training. There's lots and lots of things planned, so don't miss out on that. If you haven't got a lift already, then make sure that you speak to us, and we can get you sorted out in car share and lifts and things like that. And well, we've got recognition as well on Sunday, so that's really good. We're going to be definitely recognising those rapid start bonuses, fast start bonuses, and every level up from 10% right the way through. So absolutely fantastic. Look forward to speaking to you all again on next week's webinar, same time. Next week's webinar is going to be on contact care and communication. Okay, so don't forget, guys, for any support that you need, go on to superstarsteam.info. You will already have a lot of trainings there, and there are trainings being added, video trainings and PowerPoint trainings added like almost on a daily basis. Okay, so great, guys, thanks for taking part in the webinar, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on Sunday, the ones that are going to Robin Ray Success Seminar. Good night all. Good night.